Hello there, my name is 8BitZero, and welcome to channel update thing, video. I'm not sure. I'm right now working on my next profile picture, so I've got the idea page on screen right now, and I'm kind of scribbling away. And I wanted something where I have absolutely no. I'm having trouble getting. Let me explain myself. I'm having a little trouble getting started back on art videos, so I need something that's relatively low pressure for me to get started with. And right now, while I'm doing scribbling down some ideas and some ideas for palettes, it's a good time to kind of explain. And it's the first of the year, and this video, if you're looking for actual art and other things, this is not the video for it. I just need something low pressure that I can voice over later and do without pressuring myself or anything. Something easy for me to get back into. I haven't recorded in about 2 months, anything in 2 months. So kind of a little bit of friction getting started back. I'm also a little out of practice drawing. Right now, this is just a design page. I've got a page where I've scribbled out a bunch of ideas and just kind of getting ideas for the palette. Later on, I will get to actually thumbnailing my ideas for my next profile picture. And one of the biggest changes is I'm actually doing something I've kind of been a little afraid to for the last little bit. And I don't like drawing myself in my actual style. I usually do a cartoon version of myself because it doesn't have to look like me, and to me it feels kind of egotistical to draw yourself, and it's not really the case, but for me it feels like that, so I've avoided it. But yeah, I'm kind of doing a few testers, and I want to talk about my goals for this channel and what I want to be doing and all that good stuff. I mean, my biggest goal for right now is... Oh, here I'm working on the thumbnails. Oh, I'm watching it back as I'm doing the voiceover. My main idea, and I've got a sheet of references. My idea that I'm kind of... The inspiration for this was the album cover to Disintegration by The Cure. And the harder you look at that image, the less sense it makes. So I get just something kind of dark, a little moody, simple just face profile picture and some flowers. That just seems nice to me. I kind of chosen very specific flowers that I like personally, mostly lilies. Prima Donna lily is one that I like quite a bit, as well as spider lilies. I love spider lilies. They're so interesting looking. And that and white roses. I'm going to try to incorporate at least one or two into the full image when I get down to it, but it's kind of the idea I've had. I'm sorry if I'm actually rambling and kind of scatterbrained, but yeah. As far as goals for this year goes, one of my main ones, I don't set New Year's resolutions. That's not something I do. But I want to feel less like shit for myself. The last 3 months have been really difficult for me. I'm pretty much better right now. I'm doing a lot better. When I got to December, I was just so miserable that I basically just fucked off and spent the entire month doing things that I enjoy and watching movies and just kind of taking some time to myself, which I don't do. I don't take enough time away from the internet or the screens or work or life, really. Sometimes, especially when it gets really heavy, the last few months have just been soul crushing. I won't go into details. It's the holidays are also, let's be real, the holidays are also soul crushing. So having that at the same time as everything else that's been going on, very difficult. Haven't had much motivation to sit down and record, or even draw for that matter. But I'm so glad that 2023 is over. God, that year sucked. It's really rough at the first year, and the middle was fine. Personal stuff at the end, and crazy holiday bullshit. Whatever. Relatively pleasant up until about August, I think, for me. One of my biggest things is to learn to manage my mental health a little bit better than I do. Unfortunately, I am a people pleaser. I tend to think about other people even more than I do myself, and I need to learn to not do that, because God, that is unhealthy, and you will be miserable if anyone else has that problem. I understand you, and I need you, but you gotta learn to take care of yourself and think for yourself. I've been kind of like, unfortunately, slipping back into my tendency for that. Here I'm just kind of writing some notes where I want everything to go, and design. This is like a low pressure, like design session. I just have to get thoughts on paper. They don't have to be good before I do like the whole thing. I'm not gonna tackle the whole thing in this video. That's not what this is. I might record a video of me doing it later. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, as far as goals for the channel goes, I do want to grow and all that YouTuber-y, whatever. I would like to do this as long as I can, so growing is part of it, but not something I'm particularly that focused on, but as far as it goes, I've had a lot of ideas for series that I want to do. I either just don't have the like space or the equipment, or the time. There are a couple that I know I'm going to start doing relatively soon, maybe by the end of this month or starting the next month. I've had an idea. I watched, I think it's Justin the Tree's video of making like a state map out of the state tree of every U.S. state, and that was super interesting. Great video. Go check it out. It's like an hour long. It's a compilation. It's like an hour long, but it's great. But that guy kind of got me thinking. I would really like to do a series similar to that, like draw out every state and then fill it with like little locations and every like interesting thing that I can find out about that state. I'll probably start with the 10 states that I've been to. Fill it with everything that's interesting and weird, and that makes everything that makes that specific state unique. And I want them all in scale, because I used to travel a lot. I haven't really traveled here recently, but I would like them to be able to actually like fit together as a map. I don't know if I'll sell these as stickers or whatever, but I will definitely be ordering some for myself. If the channel picks up a little bit and people actually want that, fuck yeah, I'll do it. I'll put it out as a fucking thing you can buy. That would be awesome. Other than that, I've had the idea to do get up every morning and draw out, do my warm-up sketches, do some like people submitted ones as well. That could be fun. Maybe as the channel grows, that could be something we do. I don't really have the time to do that right now, unfortunately. At least not consistently every day, or even every 5 days. And sometimes they wouldn't even be the same day, so I haven't considered it. I really have to think about how to do this, but I do want to do that. I think it's a good idea. Other than that, it's gonna be games. I want to do more tier lists. I've been having fun with the tier lists recently. I've kind of went a little overboard, but that's alright. I'm gonna finish up all the Pokemon tier lists, yada yada. I might do common dinner foods would be really interesting, or common lunches, common dinner foods. Just do the whole food trilogy. I have an idea, and it's gonna take me some time to work on this because I need a set. I would kind of have a very Dark Academia in air quotes, or nice set where it's me at a desk and a cardigan, and I'd be kind of playing a very dry sense of humor character, and we would talk about a specific folklore topic in a humorous manner. That's something I would really love to do. It's similar to Willie Muse's spooky show, which he used to do. It no longer does, unfortunately, but I love that whole concept, and I would kind of like to do something similar in like a different direction and a different vein. Maybe do it once a month. That way I can have plenty of time to research, and if I need to ever do a corrections video, that we can do it there. But yeah, like tackling folklore in a respectful and humorous way, because I feel like that kind of goes with it. I would hate to offend anyone. That would make me feel like shit, and that's the whole thing I'm trying not to do this year. I kind of need to move before I can do that, unfortunately. I need an office space. I've been recording and, like, working in the same room that I sleep for the last little bit, because my apartment is too small to have both an office space and that, but all in time, I suppose. But, well, I hope you've somehow enjoyed this rambly mismatch of nonsense, but I'm going to end this one here. Happy New Year's. I hope everyone's has been extremely pleasant, and I hope everyone has a good year. Much better than last year, at least. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you feel like sticking around, subscribe. Do all the YouTube nonsense. Like. Comment. Can you tell I'm still not comfortable with this? But either way, I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.